All right, guys, welcome back to the shack. And if you've been looking at the Eufy E1 lately, or if you've been seeing all these videos and you keep asking yourself, does it really fit? Is this something that would be useful in my shop? How expensive is the maintenance and the upkeep? All those questions, you're not alone. A lot of people have, and a lot of people have messaged me about my feelings and my thoughts on the machine after having it in the shop for a couple of months. So today I want to kind of go over some of those thoughts. This is not going to be a technical deep dive into the machine. This is simply from my perspective, my experiences, my thoughts on the machine. So if you're into that, stick around and we're going to get into it. All right, so before we get started, guys, there's something we need to kind of touch on because I'm pretty sure we're going to hear about this in the comment section. So before we get started, the legal team has asked that they speak to you first before we continue into the video. So, all right, thank you, folks. And so the video we're about to bring you is from the perspective of the Clack Shack. This video has kind of been comprised of opinions of what I think this machine is suitable for and how I think it fits into most normal people's shop. Not necessarily a production facility, not a, you've got employees type scenario, but just an everyday shop in which you customize things. So this is going to be strictly my opinion. Some of the information you may or may not agree with, and if that's the case, you can bring that to the attention of our complaint department down in the comments and they'll get back to you on it. So back to the video. All right, because I know there's going to be lots of folks arguing with me about this machine. I want to make sure you guys understand, seriously, this is from my perspective. My situation is different than yours. I am a single man operation operating out of a 20 by 24 space with no other real support staff. I have a family, and if I need help lifting things, they help me. But other than that, day-to-day operations here in the shop is this guy, okay? Every department. So my situation and your situation may be different. But let's get started and let's talk about what I have learned by using the machine for the past 3 months or so. All right, so a lot of you guys may have been watching the channel for a while and you know that I am not a printing company. That is not my thing. I don't use printers, so to speak. And by printers, I mean machines that use ink aren't something that I typically run here in the shop. So when Eufy offered to send me out the UV printer, I was more than happy to try it out. I think it's cool. I like new technology. I like new machines, but I had no idea how to run this machine. I had watched a few videos. I'd heard a few people talking about how they ran the machine, but that was the extent of my knowledge of this machine. I did not want to completely reinvent my business, okay? And that's one of the things that I think people maybe need to understand is if you already have a laser business or 3D printing or whatever, in my opinion, the Eufy is not going to completely redefine your business. And if that's what you expect for it to do, you're probably going to be a little disappointed. The EufyMake does, however, give you the opportunity to take your lasers or take your 3D printers and create projects, but add another level, like a whole nother level of customization that your competition or the guy down the street may or may not offer. And so I think that is where it fits in here in my shop. It's not the fact that I'm just trying to come up with a bunch of stuff that I can print to. The idea is I'm going to make projects using the lasers, the 3D printers, all of the things, and then I'm going to customize them a little further using the EufyMake. Now, case in point, little things like this. This is a piece of laser cut plywood. Now, this is a scaled down version. This was a prototype for a job that I got. I did this one just as a demo, just to show the customer what was possible. And I took a picture of it without anything for scale so that it wouldn't matter the size. And so I built this one. This was the basic layout on a piece of 1/4 inch plywood. But then once I got the okay and the clear to move forward with the job, I scaled it up and I used a piece of 1/2 inch ply, birch plywood with rounded edges. Made it look a lot nicer than this 1/4 inch. This was more or less my way of sealing the deal on the job. That was my very first paying job on the Eufy. And I think I wound up making 60 bucks for it. I've made similar projects before using red acrylic on the sides, a white piece of plywood, and just laser engraving everything. Typically those I would get 35, maybe 40 if it was a rush job. So the fact that I was able to add $20 worth of value to the project and got the job using the EufyMake, that's what I'm after. Being able to add a little extra to the projects, charge a little more, make a little more money for basically the same projects that I've been doing, but just doing them in a different manner. So shortly after doing that job, there was a couple more folks reached out to me wanting some tags for some teams that had made All-Stars, and they wanted to get ball bag tags for all the kids. Just kind of a memoir of the event, a keepsake, and also to keep the bag straight when they were traveling to and from the event. So it was a bit of a rush job, but I managed to find some white acrylic, and I used the lasers to make myself some white blanks out of acrylic. This is 1/4 inch acrylic, and I made myself some white blanks. And for the softball team, I cut some 1/4 inch yellow acrylic and made some yellow blanks. Now, I've got some pictures of these things, and I can show them to you now because it's been made public at this point, but I had to kind of keep these things under wraps until the kids were awarded them, just in case those kids watch my videos. All right, so I'm getting a lot of questions about the maintenance and how bad is the maintenance. Now, I haven't had mine for a year like a lot of people have. I've only had mine for a few months now. But what I have found is that if you're somebody like me that is not necessarily going to be cranking out UV prints daily, and you don't necessarily have an employee that can take time to service, clean, moisten the machine or whatever the case may be, then that is value. When a machine can come to your shop that doesn't occupy your time because you're trying to maintain it constantly because you're not using it, that's a positive. And I think with the Eufy, they weren't the first people to create a UV printer. UV printers have been around for a long time. The problem with UV printers and some of the other printers on the market is that if you weren't using it in a high throughput capacity, meaning you're printing lots of stuff like every day of the week almost, then the maintenance was a bit overwhelming because you had to go in every day and you got to take care of the machine before you do other stuff. And so I think that is where Eufy came out and got ahead of the curve and have created a machine that gives you the ability to create this cool stuff right here without having to have a dedicated employee to maintain the machine and to do all of the things that you're having to glove up and put on a respirator and SCBA and everything to go in and do maintenance on a machine. Eufy tried to take that ability and bring it into the average house, the average office, the average small shop. And I think they did a pretty good job of it. Now, a lot of you guys have been saying the inks are expensive. Yeah, they are. But again, if you want a cheaper ink, you're going to have to get into those machines that are more of a commercial machine. So what you lack, what you don't pay in ink expense, you're going to make up for in maintenance because you're going to be maintaining it or you're going to just destroy your heads on it, whatever the case may be. And so I think that's where you've got to decide. Are you wanting to do a full-time UV printing business? Or is this going to be just another tool in your shop that you can use for customization? Because if you're running a UV printing business and that's like all you're going to do, then yeah, there's cheaper ways of going about it with the more commercial machines. Now, the machines are more expensive, but on the back end, the supplies wouldn't be as much. But I don't think most of us are into trying to start a full-time UV printing business because, like I said, the options have been out there for a long time. Most of us want a tool to add to our workshop so that when someone says, hey, can you do my logo in color? You don't have to try to figure out how to paint this thing. You don't got to figure out how to put powder coat in an engrave. You don't got to do none of that. You put it in a Eufy and you make it with that. So I think that is where, when Eufy designed this machine and they launched this product, that's where they wanted this product to land. I don't think they wanted you to like get rid of all your other tools and try to start a UV printing business with this machine. I don't think that's the case. Now, am I saying that you can't make money with the machine? Absolutely not. I think you can make really good money with the machine, but you're gonna have to figure out how it fits in your workflow. You're gonna have to come out with products that you can basically have a high profit margin on. So you're gonna want to try to keep your products to where it's so customized, it's so special that people are willing to pay a little extra for yours as opposed to going somewhere else. And that's always been a bit of an obstacle for a lot of folks, is pricing. And do I price too high? Do I price too low? And one of the things that I will say is if you can't get caught up with jobs, like if you're impossibly behind in your jobs, you're probably not charging enough. You can raise your prices to throttle back on the jobs. And with this stuff right here, like I said, I've had to retrain my brain that, I can charge a little extra because there's no one in the immediate area around me that has the marketing that I do that has this capability. Because that's another thing, that when people tell you, hey, buy this machine, you can make thousands of dollars with it a month. You could, if you have the proper marketing. So you need to make sure that don't buy this machine with false sense of, I'm going to be rich next week. Buy this machine with, I've got to figure out how to use this machine to make money. Because with the right marketing, with the right products, and using it in tandem with your other tools, I think it's a really good investment for a small business like mine. If you have 10 employees, this may not be the option for you. You may not mind having that maintenance and getting cheaper ink because you have an employee that you can assign to do that maintenance every day and you don't have to do it yourself. Me, until they come up with a robot that can maintain that other machine, I'm going to stick with the Eufy. So that's where I stand on that part. I haven't got to play with the rotary yet because I have been really busy with jobs. A lot of graduation stuff has came in for the lasers and CNCs. A lot of the ball team stuff has came in. I've been printing with the Eufy and doing with the lasers and the 3D printers. So I haven't really got to play around with the rotary on it yet. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't even used the big bed except for, I did do a few of these canvases. These are really, really cool. So if you like having these nice like canvas images and pictures and being able to do stuff like that, it's really cool for that. Now this is there's probably cheaper ways, but I did like the fact that I could take my image and go to Walmart and get a hardback canvas. This is just one of those little cardboard hardback canvases, and print this and put it in a frame, and it just, to me, it looks awesome. So there's lots of projects, lots of project ideas. My thing to you guys out there that are makers like me that have all the different machines is, like I said, don't try to reinvent your business around a machine. Take your business and implement that machine into your already existing business and expand the possibilities of what you can make in your shop. To me, that's the route I would take. I know a lot of people are pushing, UV, 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 but I think a combination of the three machines, the CNC with the UV printer, the CNC with the UV printer, with the laser, with the 3D printer. I think all of these things together, that's where you get into the really, really unique gift ideas. Being able to design a file, print it with a 3D printer, and then put graphics on it. Like, so those are some of the things that, food for thought. If you were thinking about getting the Eufy and you want to know if it was right for you, I hope this helped shed a little light on it. And if you do decide to get one, by the way, there are links down below in the description. Those are affiliate links because Eufy sent the machine out to me to show you guys. Now, one last thing that I want to reiterate to everybody before we get through: the maintenance cycle. One, if you're not running a battery backup or some type of UPS on your machine, please do. You don't want the machine to lose power and not be able to perform maintenance steps. That is one of the things. Like we said, they tried to create a machine that was basically indestructible, as far as like you can neglect it and it's okay. With the cleaning cycle, it does consume cleaning fluids and ink because it purges and refills and cleans itself and all that. But if you're using the machine regularly, it actually doesn't use as much, but there's a balance. Because once the machine goes into an extended period of not being used, it purges itself, it cleans everything out, and it kind of puts itself in winterized mode, so to speak. It gets itself where it's not as likely to be damaged. And it can stay that way for longer periods of time. And then when you get ready to use it, you have to re-inject ink into the system. It takes a little while. It's a bit of an inconvenience. It's one of those things that when you come back and it says inject ink, just hit the button, go get a cup of coffee, hang out, give it 20, 30 minutes and come back. But what that does is it's better to do that and let it have it extended like a week or two than it is to like wait 4 days, use it, wait 4 days, use it, wait 4 days, use it. Because you either want to use it really regular or space it out a little bit so that it's in that deep cleaned mode more. I'm only about halfway through with my white right now, and I've got maybe only a quarter of the colors. I do know there was some issues with Eufy early on with some of the ink, not been able to find it and so forth. They have got all that resolved, and the ink should be more readily available. But so far, I've been able to stretch the ink pretty far by using transparent background PNGs and laying off of the white coats. If you stick with white-based materials, the ink goes a lot further because you can opt out of the white ink passes. So those are a couple of things that I have learned and I want to share with you before we close the video up. So if you like the video, be sure to subscribe, like, follow, share, and don't forget, if you want a Eufy and you want to use my link, check down below. I'll put a link down there for it. So until next time, be safe, have a good day.